family, Iridium. Hope you're doing all right today. Album review time. So, Perpetual Etude. So, these guys, I reacted to a couple of their videos now, a couple of singles coming off of their forthcoming album, Now Is the Time. Swedish band, debut album coming out on the 15th of October. Now, I love the two tracks that came out on YouTube that were available already, to check them out. They're an amazing band. Like I said, Swedish, formed in 2019. This is their debut album. What is it with Sweden, man? They just produce band after band that are amazing. Let me run you through the guys in the band, who are all top-notch musicians, by the way. This does not sound like a debut album. These guys, I think, have been around in other bands, but they've honed their skills perfectly for this debut album. Magnus mild on the guitar. Now, this guy is so technical, so fast, he shreds, he's melodic. Just some amazing guitar work throughout. You get loads of solos all the way through, just like we like them back in the 80s, isn't it? Christian Fair on the vocals, such a smooth vocal. Sometimes he gets a little bit more aggressive with his vocal, and it sort of sounds a bit of a, he's got a bit of a harder edge to his vocal, but most of the time he's really smooth. I don't mean harder edges in growling or anything like that. He's totally clean vocal way through. I love his voice. And what it does, it gives that AOR melodic rock edge to the songs just with his voice alone. Does a brilliant job. Casper Dahlquist on the keys, plays a really important part in the band, not just through the songs to bring a more full sound and that 80s sort of melodic hard rock sound. A lot of solos, keyboard solos, swapped about with a guitarist, or they take turns or do a bit each. Really, really cool keyboard player. Absolutely brilliant. Vidar Martinsson on the drums and Mikael Planfalot on the bass. That's easy for me to say. What is it with these names? Guys, honestly, you've got to sort this out. Change your names. Anyway, that's just me. I'm really bad. Drums and bass guitar. Now, they match the brilliant musicianship that you get from the keyboardist and the guitarist. And you have to be. This band is a top-notch musicians. They don't fuck around. So they're not going to have anyone in this band who ain't at the top of their game. Honestly, I've heard some amazing trickery on this album, but the songs come first, which all good bands do. There's only 8 tracks on here, which it leaves you wanting more. It really does. I mean, it's not a bad thing having 8 tracks. It's what they used to do way back when I was a kid. But it does leave you wanting more, and that's a good thing. And you know what it's like these days? It's so much easier with music, you know. A lot of us stream on our streaming services, and to have 8 tracks is totally fine. It does leave you wanting more because they're such a great band though. So like I said, you get a lot of synth and guitar solos, sort of swapping about. Sometimes they mix it up. They do swap about 2 or 3 times. The guitar, and I've already mentioned this guitarist is amazing. He shreds with the best of them. Honestly, he's got like a neoclassical sort of but melodic 80s sound to it as well, which is sort of the band itself has this sort of neoclassical sort of slight tinge. And it's not, I don't mean they're a neoclassical Yngwie Malmsteen band, because Yngwie Malmsteen, as we all know, even though he's a great musician, he doesn't write the most melodic songs. It's all about the guitar. But these guys are about the melody first, and those technical bits come with them melodic songs. They sort of blend metal and AOR sensibilities perfectly. I think that's also brought on, like I said already, about the vocalist Christian Fair. I just think he adds that real melodic AOR side to it because of his smooth vocal. I'm going to run through the tracks. I've got The Power is first. This is a fast track. They've got a few fast tracks actually. This is the first one of them. A great fast tempo metal. It's definitely metal. Totally riff heavy with some really intricate playing as well. Straight away, the musicianship on the guitar work just shoots out at you. It's outstanding. Fast, technical, You also get a synth solo. You hear me saying that a lot where the guys swap around. A great fast melodic metal track to start off. Next up is Show Me. I did a reaction to this. I love this song. It is so cool. It's a melodic rock track, but with heavy guitar still. Like a heavy journey. It's unbelievable, the band. Not a heavy journey as in taking a journey that's heavy. The band journey, but heavy. With some sort of super fast technical guitar work again. This is such great songwriting here. With such a great hook all the way through. This is infectious, this song. I loved this from the moment I heard it. I love it even more now. Again, we get a guitar, then a synth solo. Very cool indeed. Straight Through the Heart is next. Synth and guitar start intro just before it kicks in properly. Then a great twin lead bit takes us into a sort of frenetic Jakey Lee type style riff. You know, that type riff. That sounded terrible, but you know what I mean. Very cool chorus with some great harmonizing vocals. The riff in this chorus just grows with you every time you hear it. It sort of goes there. You don't notice it first of all, but it's really riding along on a cool groove throughout the chorus, and the more you listen to it, the more it gets you. Twin lead comes in and out of this track actually superbly. Another amazing technical shredding solo and a synth solo again. This is like a metal AOR track. It's just amazing. Once We Were One is next. I reacted to this one. This is a really fast track again. Some really speedy chugging riffs, a slight power metal feel here. Not a lot. I mean, this is the only time I felt there was a little bit of power metal, but it's not power metal as in what you think. It's just a slight tinge there. Only in the chorus. And man, the solo, the guitarist is just amazing. Fast, melodic, everything you want from, you know, when you miss that melodic, fast trickery on the guitar, you got it here. Hellfire Burn is next, just as you expect with a title like that. Another fast track. The shredding comes in here at the beginning. What we get is a really fast chugging track again. This is really intense stuff actually. The energy is ramped up in this one. The guitar and the synth swapping about for the solo again. These guys, all of them, are top-notch musicians. Now Is the Time is next. This is a brilliant track, one of my favourites. A real hook-laden sort of melody starts this off, and we get a brilliant 80s infused melodic heavy rock track. This is a real standout for me, this one. A brilliant galloping riff carries this along. Some very cool keyboard touches throughout as well. We move on to track 7, the penultimate track, Sail Away. Another great galloping riff here. More catchy, melodic, rock infused metal really. This also for me has a sort of a classic metal, rock and metal feel to it. Almost rainbow, but updated with those amazing, you know, the production's great and all the guitar trickery, absolutely amazing. And we end as well on another of my favourite tracks. What an ending to an album. It's a song called Our Love. A more straightforward metal riff kicks this one off, and we hit that mid-80s territory here that, well, I love for a start. This is another standout track to end the album. This has that brilliant 80s bass stomp through it as well, most of the song. Some great keys to bring that 80s sound even more. Very catchy, very hooky. Reminds me of a few bands, Dokken, Icon, Lion, a couple of those lesser well-known bands that are looked at now as classic bands. Absolutely great. So a big thanks to the guys, Perpetual Etude, for sending me this early. Obviously out on the 15th of October. So they sent me this to listen to and review. So a massive thanks to them. Totally recommend this, guys. Perpetual Etude, Now Is the Time, 15th of October. Honestly, this is well worth your money. Totally recommended. I'll see you next time.